Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Shadow Chaos 1991 here, bringing you some Battlefield 4 gameplay. And today, I am going to talk about a couple things. I am going to talk about why I love this game, why I love Battlefield as a whole. And yeah, let's get to it. And which also another thing I want to talk about is how I started with Battlefield, like what game I started with the Battlefield franchise. And yeah, let's get to it. I started off in Battlefield Bad Company 2 back in 2010. That's when I first started playing. That's actually when I was starting to get more into first-person shooters and shooters in general. Not that I didn't like them before. It's just I was more of an adventure game kind of guy. Like I'd play like Batman and anything like that really. But Bad Company 2 really got me hooked on first-person shooters. That was the first like real true first-person shooter that I actually owned myself, that I truly loved. And I had played Call of Duty before that, and most of the time I used to play Call of Duty back when it was like on the GameCube and it was just a single player story. It's back when they used to do that kind of stuff. And yeah. But it's just Bad Company 2 just started for me. Like the main story itself was pretty cool. It was kind of funny too. The characters are a little comedic. So that's the Battlefield I started off with. And honestly, I fell in love with that. The destruction and the multiplayer was just amazing to me. I had never seen anything like it. That's to me what appealed to me the most, was this level of destruction, and the fact that I could destroy whatever I wanted to. And you could bring down houses on people. There wasn't a lot of emphasis on vehicle combat, but there were vehicles. Not that there wasn't any, because there were a couple vehicles here and there. But the maps weren't flooded like they are. Like if you play Conquest and stuff like that here in Battlefield 4, there are a lot of vehicles. Not that that's a bad thing. That's a great thing. I love that too. More vehicles for me to destroy. But yeah. Bad Company 2 was just, oh man, it was killer. I love the game. And honestly, I will defend Battlefield because I am a little bit of a fanboy. I will admit, not that it doesn't have its problems. Cause I know even Battlefield 4 has had some issues that it started off with. Honestly, early on, after the beta and after the game came out, after it launched, it had some issues. But it has improved a lot. And yeah, I'm getting a little off topic there. But yeah, after Bad Company 2, that's when I got to Battlefield 3, and oh my gosh, I love the game. But it didn't have that level of destruction that I loved from Bad Company 2. That's what really drove me to really play the game. Even though I still play Battlefield 3 a heck of a lot of time. But then now coming to Battlefield 4, it's a huge change. It's a very huge change from Battlefield 3. People at first were calling it like Battlefield 3 3.5 and whatnot, and I felt that way at first a little bit myself. But after I really started to play the game, I could tell like DICE really went in on this game and added so many different things, so many new things. The level of customization for the weapons is great. Finally, the handguns you can actually customize them this time around, instead of just picking handguns with an attachment like they were in Battlefield 3. But yeah, it honestly with Battlefield, I fell in love with the destruction and everything, bringing on houses left and right whenever I wanted to. You could do that with a vehicle. You could do that with your rocket launchers, your C4. The classes were very well balanced, so it's a game that really appealed to me. And Bad Company 2 was really the game that really solidified first-person shooters as my favorite genre, especially for multiplayer. I do kind of like a little bit MMOs now. I'm kind of getting into a little bit like DC Universe. I'm playing a lot of that, but Battlefield 4 has been awesome. It's gotten a lot better than when it started. When it started, the game just it kind of ran a little iffy, and I had it on PS3 too, which didn't help. But it was still fun. Not that it wasn't bad. Not that it wasn't like good, because it was still fun. But definitely, if you're thinking like right now, like also another topic I want to talk about is just would I recommend this game to anyone, and would I say would I recommend for you to buy it? And heck yes, buy Battlefield 4 now. Now's a better time than any other, because now there's 2 DLCs out already, and the game is being patched up rather quickly, which is great. But it has been a couple months, and a lot of these problems shouldn't even exist in the first place. But there's nothing you can do about this kind of stuff. But yeah, I would totally recommend the Battlefield franchise to anyone. And if you want to start with Battlefield 4, that'd be fantastic. Battlefield 4 is a great game. You can get it for whatever you want. I played on PS4. You can play it on PC. You can play it on Xbox 360, Xbox One, or PS3. It's all personal preference to me. I don't care what console or if you play on PC. It's just Battlefield 4 is a game that you cannot miss. Seriously. The multiplayer is fantastic. Story mode's alright. You know, it's kind of one of those regular things. But yeah. I don't want to get too off topic, but I love the intense combat in Battlefield. That's why I love Battlefield. The intense combat, the fast-paced combat that you can only get through Battlefield is, you know, it's noticeable. Because when you play TDM, it doesn't feel like a... I don't want to make a lot of comparisons to like Call of Duty and any other games, but like kind of like Call of Duty TDM is way different from here. You don't see kill streaks and stuff like that in here, which is fantastic. But I don't want to make a lot of references because I don't want to stir up any craziness. I'm a bigger Battlefield fan than anything else, but and I'm a bit of a fanboy. Like I said, I will defend this game because I do love Battlefield that much. There's game modes for everybody, you know. That's why that made me really love the game. You can play Rush if you want to. You can play TDM, Domination, TDM are, you know, infantry only based combat, and you can play that. Or you can play Conquest, which is like Domination, so vehicles on a much more massive scale. And if you play it on the PS4, you get the 64-man servers like you would on PC, which is another benefit of getting on next gen console. Well, it's technically current gen now. But yes, all the different game modes. The TDM offers that really close, intensive infantry-based combat. There's a lot of things going on. Even when you're playing TDM, you'd think that there wouldn't be as many explosions. You wouldn't think that there's as much destruction, but the destruction doesn't change. If not, sometimes I feel like there's a lot of more destruction sometimes in the infantry-based combat. Conquest with the giant maps and all the vehicles and stuff. And personally, I love to play as the engineer, so I love destroying vehicles and I love the destruction. That's to me, that's what makes Battlefield. That's to me what brings me back every time to Battlefield over any other first-person shooter. That's why I truly love Battlefield. And next thing I want to talk about briefly is would I recommend, you know, the Battlefield franchise to anyone? And hell yes, I would recommend Battlefield to anyone, any time of the day. Seriously, Battlefield. If you haven't played a single Battlefield game and you're thinking about starting, or if you played the Battlefield 4 beta, you know you're missing something if you haven't got the game yet. It's honestly, it's gotten a lot better. It's been patched up rather nicely, actually. They still got work to do. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to sugarcoat the game is like all freaking perfect now. It runs perfectly. There are still people having issues. But, I would totally recommend it. It's worth the $60. Definitely getting it on next gen console or PC would be better than getting on a current gen, just because you have the opportunity to go on the 64-man servers in Conquest, and just the fact that you can play any role you want. You can play as engineer, as a recon, as a medic, as a support. So if you want to hand out ammo to everybody and just use a LMG and just go crazy and, you know, spray everywhere, that's for you. If you want to snipe from anywhere in the map, you can do that as a sniper, you know, as a recon. You can be a medic and just revive everyone, heal everyone, just use your little grenade launchers and whatnot. If you want to destroy vehicles, destroy houses and stuff like that, you can play as an engineer. So it's so many options. You feel so much so much versatility in the game. I just love Battlefield, and I would recommend it to anyone. It's honestly, I don't want to overhype it either, because I know I feel like I'm kind of overselling it a little bit. But it's just so you guys know a little bit about me, and that, you know, I'm a huge first-person shooter fan because of Battlefield. I want you guys to get to know me a little bit more personally, so you guys, you know, understand why I love posting, you know, Battlefield gameplay over like Call of Duty or anything else. But you will see a lot more Battlefield gameplay, and hopefully within the next month or so, I will have some more collaboration videos with my good friend Soren on Roxas, which I will link his channel in the description below. He's a great, awesome guy. You guys gotta check out his channel. Seriously, check out his channel. And hopefully I'll be doing some Battlefield gameplay with him when he gets the PS4. And also some GTA 5. Look forward to some of that. That's going to be coming up pretty soon. Some more GTA 5 gameplay with him. And yeah, like I said, I'd recommend this game for anybody and everybody. If you love first-person shooters, Battlefield 4. If you haven't tried Battlefield at all, if you want to give it a try, this is the game to start off with. Battlefield 4. And alright, I mean, you guys have a good day. And if you liked the video, you know, leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I will catch you guys another time. Peace out.